And this is the conclusion, the last verse of chapter 10. These are the clans that descended from Noah's sons, arranged by nation according to their lines of descent. All the nations of the earth descended from the clans after the great flood. Okay, thank you for tuning in. My name is Tamika Collins. You can follow me on Facebook at Tamika Collins. You can follow me on my TikTok at Coffee, COFEPH. You can follow me on Instagram at Coffee Sings, COFEPHSINGS. And this is my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, share, comment if you can. I haven't figured out really how to get the comments to be enabled on some of those. So bear with me. But leave a comment if you can. Send me a message. It's fine. But I wanted to finish that last verse of chapter 10 because I was coming up on my 15 minutes, and I want to keep these, kind of like a 15-minute thing, and so they'll upload too, real good. So we just finished reading chapter 8, 9, and 10, and like I said, recapping, they have gotten off the boat. They have replenished the earth. We went through all the names. Oh, please forgive me. I know I said them wrong. Some of them wrong. But let me read too, because like I said, I'm coming from this, the Life Application Bible. And like I said, it's a very good study guide. So, with all of those people, let me break down. It says the Bible nation descended from Noah's sons, which were Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Shem, up under his name, says the Hebrews, the Chaldeans, the Assyrians, Persians, Arameans, which are the Syrians. Under Ham says Canaanites, Egyptians, Philistines, Hittites, and Amorites. Under Japheth it says the Greeks, Thracians, and Scythians. It says Shem's descendants were called Semites. Abraham, David, and Jesus descended from Shem. Ham's descendants settled in Canaan, Egypt, and the rest of Africa. Japheth's descendants settled for the most part in Europe and Asia Minor. Okay, so we can kind of see where everybody dispersed at. Okay, so, we got some more things, some more names, Jesus. Okay, we get into chapter 11, y'all. Chapter 11. Okay, so let me write this down. Hold on, because I'm trying to keep a tab of where I'm at. So we did 8, 9, and 10 on that last video. So we on chapter 11. Let's see how far we're going to get on here, okay? Okay, the Tower of Babel. All right. At one time, all the people of the world spoke the same language and used the same words. As the people migrated to the east, they found a plain in the land of Babylonia and settled there. They began saying to each other, "Let's make bricks and harden them with fire." In this region, bricks were used instead of stone, and tar was used instead of mortar. Then they said, "Come, let's build a great city for ourselves with a tower that reaches into the sky. This will make us famous and keep us from being scattered all over the world." But the Lord came down to look at the city and the tower the people were building. "Look," he said, "the people are united and they all speak the same language. After this, nothing they set out to do will be impossible for them. Come, let's go down and confuse the people with different languages. Then they won't be able to understand each other." In that way, the Lord scattered them all over the world, and they stopped building the city. That is why the city was called Babel, because that is where the Lord confused the people with different languages. In this way, he scattered them all over the world. From Shem to Abram. This is the account of Shem's family. 2 years after the great flood, when Shem was 100 years old, he became the father of Arphaxad. After the birth of Arphaxad, Shem lived another 500 years and had other sons and daughters. When Arphaxad was 35 years old, he became the father of Shelah. After the birth of Shelah, Arphaxad lived another 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When Shelah was 30 years old, he became the father of Eber. After the birth of Eber, Shelah lived another 403 years and had other sons and daughters. When Eber was 34 years old, he became the father of Peleg. After the birth of Peleg, Eber lived another 430 years and had other sons and daughters. When Peleg was 30 years old, he became the father of Ru. After the birth of Ru, Peleg lived another 209 years and had other sons. When Ru was 32 years old, he became the father of Serug. After the birth of Serug, Ru lived another 217 years and had other sons and daughters. When Serug was 30 years old, he became the father of Nahor. After the birth of Nahor, Serug lived another 200 years and had sons and daughters. When Nahor was 29 years old, he became the father of Terah. After the birth of Terah, Nahor lived another 119 years and had other sons and daughters. After Terah was 70 years old, he became the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. I was about to say the ages got earlier. Some of them were they was having their first son in their 30s, I see, and dying. It kept going down, in the ages. It went from 400 all the way down to 119. So, okay, the family of Terah. This is the account of Terah's family. Terah was the father of Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran was the father of Lot. Haran died in Ur of the Chaldeans, the land of his birth, while his father Terah was still living. Meanwhile, Abram and Nahor both married. The name of Abram's wife was Sarah, and the name of Nahor's wife was Milcah. Milcah and her sister Escah were daughters of Nahor's brother Haran, but Sarah was unable to become pregnant and had no children. One day Terah took his son Abram, his daughter-in-law Sarah, his son Abram's wife, and his grandson Lot, his son Haran's child, and moved away from Ur of the Chaldeans. He was headed for the land of Canaan, but they stopped at Haran and settled there. Terah lived for 205 years and died while still in Haran. And it says a little insert. It says the story of Abraham, chapter 12, 1 through 25, verse 18. Despite, 1 through 25, but focusing on verse number 18. Despite God's swift judgment of sin, most people ignored him and continued to sin. But a handful of people really tried to follow him. One of these was Abraham. God appeared to Abraham one day and promised to make his descendants into a great nation. Abraham's part of the agreement was to obey God. Through sharp testing and an incident that almost destroyed his family, Abraham remained faithful to God. Throughout this section, we discover how to live a life of faith. And I'm going to stop there on this one, um, and speak a little bit. So we are coming into another great man in the Bible. So we already saw Adam, we saw Noah, and now we are getting to Abraham. Father Abraham, hey, um, who has married a wife, Sarah, who is unable to have children at this moment. But God promises him that if you obey me, I'll give you everything your heart's desire and then some. Because he said, I'll make you have descendants more than the stars. If you can count the stars, count them. That's how many people, that's how many children you're going to have. That's how big your community, your offspring, all of that good stuff, your family is going to be. So, like it says throughout this section that we're going to be reading, and really even throughout the Bible, you know what I'm saying? It says that, without faith it's impossible to please God. He doesn't want our money. He doesn't want our things. He wants us to obey his word. He wants us to have faith in him. He wants us to trust in him. And that could be a very hard thing, especially when we're trying to do what we want to do. Ain't that right? So it's hard, but it's impossible for man, but all things are possible through Christ. And we can do all things through Christ that strengthens us. And so I am so thankful that you all are rocking with me and we read in the Bible. And I'm learning. I done got my little book. You know what I'm saying? My little book. I love me some butterflies. If you ain't know, now you know. But, I want to not only, read it, I want to understand it. I want to get an understanding of what I don't understand together. You know what I'm saying? We can, find out these answers, anything that I can do to help break it down more in reading and, what I'm saying, like intros and, just more elaborations and whatnot. So we'll all understand, just like with the sons of Noah, understanding where these people came from and where they went and who they are affiliated with.